Okay guys, Henry and Max are here and they're going to help me work on some unit conversions. We're going to talk about capacity, and that means how much something holds. Now here I have a gallon of lemonade, and I was wondering, boys, do either of you know how I can divide up that gallon into equal measurements?
Well, if 2 cups makes a pint, I think.
Okay, some knowledge to start with.
If you find out how much pints there is in a gallon, then you could split that up.
That's perfect. Yes, you are right. 2 cups makes a pint, and I would have to know how many pints are in a gallon to split it up into pints.
Although, to make it easy, you could find how many pints are in a quart.
Ooh, a quart. What is that? How many quarts are in a gallon?
I don't know.
I don't know. What do you think, Max? Well, a quart sounds like quarter. And how many quarters are there in a dollar?
4.
Is that right, Max? 4 quarters in a dollar? Should I check with Miss Nicholson?
No.
Yes, there are 4 quarters in a dollar. And there are 4 quarts in a gallon. These are quarts. So I should, if this is a gallon and these are quarts, I should be able to fill up how many of these?
4.
4. All right, well, let's see. I lost some. Oh, no.
Well, that won't really be.
You're right. My measurement won't be precise, will it? Pretty close, though. Even though I lost some, it looks like you guys were right. I was able to fill up 4 quarts with my gallon. Because just like there are 4 quarters in a dollar, there are 4 quarts in a gallon. So let me ask you a different question. If I had 2 quarts plus 2 quarts, how many quarts do I have?
Well, 4.
4
You
quarts.
also have a gallon.
And you also have a gallon. What if I had 3 quarts minus 3 quarts minus 1 quart? How many quarts do I have?
2 quarts.
2 quarts. These are not trick questions. They're really that simple. And the math that you're going to be doing today kind of is like that. It seems a little confusing because you're not used to the unit measurements maybe, but the math itself is pretty simple. Now, Henry, you mentioned something about pints. This is a pint. How many how many pints do you think I can fill up with one of these quarts?
2.
Think 2? Let's give it a try. You were right. Did you know that already, or could you guess by looking?
I guess.
Guess by looking. Okay. So, if 1 quart fills up 2 pints, how many pints do you think are in a gallon?
8.
8. You're right. How did you get that? Did you get by looking, or did you get by doing a calculation?
Well, calculation, because it's not really a calculation. I just did 4 times 2 is 8.
That's a calculation.
And this should be
4
16, right?
times 2. Everyone has 2, so that would be, you're right, 4 times 2. And you're right, 16 would be our cups. We'll get there in a second. All right, so I'm going to go ahead now and give you a different equation. If I have 2 quarts and I add 2 pints, what do I have?
2 quarts plus 2 pints. Actually, you have 3 pints, right?
These are pints. So I have, if I add 2 quarts plus 2 pints, I have 3 pints?
Yeah.
All right. This is a quart.
Wait, no. 2 quart plus 2 pints. So, 2, 4, 6 pints.
6 pints?
Yeah.
That's one way to express that. Because I can say, I could just say I have 2 quarts and 2 pints. I could combine those quarts, those 2 pints, back into a quart and say I have 3 quarts. or I could continue distributing out my quarts into pints. I'm going to do that now.
Are we gonna be able to drink this?
Well, I mean, you could, but here's my teacher secret, is that it's not really lemonade. It's just yellow dyed water because I figured I'd make a mess, and lemonade is sticky. But when we're done, I will make you some lemonade.
Thank you. So, Mom, are they done?
Not yet. Okay. So you were right. 6 pints is equal to 3 quarts, or 3 quarts is equal to 6 pints. I'm going to go ahead and distribute this one too. Now, Henry, I heard you already do the math, but Max, maybe you can tell me.
It's 16.
Ooh! Good thing it wasn't real lemonade. Had pen ink in the bottom of that one. We have some green
Ew.
lemonade over there.
16.
16. Did you count those cups?
Well, no, I actually did it.
Oh, okay, very good. So if these are my pints and these are my cups, how many cups do you think I can fill with just 1 pint?
2 probably.
2 probably. Because how many pints do I have?
6. I mean 8. What am I talking about?
8 pints for my gallon, yeah, 2 per quart. And you guys counted and saw that I had 16 cups over here. Let's test that theory out.
Because 8 times 2
Take a
equals
couple
16.
of these.
8 divided by 2 equals 4.
Good math. All right, you were right. 1 pint equals 2 cups. And now I've got, well, I've filled 2 already, so I must have 14 cups left to go. Now I can do the same thing I did with the quarts. I could say, oh, look, I have 3 pints, and I want to add 2 cups. I could say I have 3 pints and 2 cups, or I could combine that unit back together. And I could know that when I pour these 2 cups back into this pint, then I have 4 pints. But I also know that I can take my 4 pints and I can combine them back together into 2 quarts. And again, that's the kind of math you're going to be doing today. All right, what do you think, boys? Should we pour it all into these little cups?
Sure.
You want to help me?
I'm not good at that. I'm going to make a mess.
Okay, Max wants to help me. Why don't you come around there, Max, and help me? All right, I have 2 cups. And what did we decide? How many cups? Here, go around that side. I'll give you a cup and you can start filling carefully. How many cups is that going to fill, do you think? 1. Good job, buddy. Okay, good job. Yep, it filled 2. All right, I'm going to fill 2 more with this pint. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Oh, look, I lost a lot on that one. 1, 2, and my icky green lemonade here. 1, 2. How many gallons do I have over there, boys?
Only 1.
Just 1 gallon. But how many cups?
16.
16 cups. All right, you got it.